Hello and welcome to you Librans, you lovely Librans. Welcome to your forecast or your horoscope for the month of March of 2013. What is happening there? Well, this month, March, is very much a month of two pieces. The beginning of the month is going to be a more feminine energy, more of reflecting, contemplating. And the second half of the month is going to be very active, very masculine, and things are going to happen then, especially for you Librans, because there is the Pluto-Uranus square again that is triggered. And I'll talk about that in a minute. It's going to be very exciting for you. But first of all, let's start with the first part of the month, which is in many ways a continuation of what went on during the last 2 weeks of February. It is there is a stellium going on in Pisces, which is your 6th house, and that stellium is a lot of energy there, even a new beginning starting there on the 11th of March with the moon and the sun conjuncting. On that day, I think it's about 7 planets in one house. It's an overdoses of Pisces energy, and for you it's that 6th house, and that is very interesting because it's a house of work. It could be your day-to-day work that you're doing. It could also be the routine stuff that you do every day, you know, and it could also be your health. It could also be your animals, your small animals that you have, and the concentration is all focused there. So it could be that you are focusing a lot of energy for to improve your health on a different way, on a softer way, on not much that you try to do things that are not harming your health. On the contrary, that can have a very peaceful consequence to all that. So this particular area of your life is very much highlighted during those especially the first 2 weeks of March. Now, and also that new beginning means it's a good time if you want to start diet, if you want to start a new kind of thing that is good for your body, you know, start swimming perhaps, you know, with all that Pisces energy. That is all very, very good. Also on the level of work, maybe you're going to try to be get more in tune with Pisces energy when it comes to your work. So actually, on a collective level, it's a call for more Pisces energy. So for you, particularly in that 6th house, but for all of us, it's a call for compassion. Not for pity, but for compassion. It's a call for understanding. It's a call for unconditionality in approaches towards other people. Maybe for you in area of your work. It's a time of tapping into feelings rather than tapping into the mind. Of course, the mind is always there, but you can put it a little bit aside and trusting your feelings, because it is a time to tap into that. It's a lot of psychic energy. It's a lot of energy of, there is also intention, but the outcome is not known. So that is especially Mercury going retrograde in your 6th house. Mercury doesn't really know what to do there in Pisces land, and especially when it's going retrograde. So the best thing it can do is to tap into that trusting energy of Pisces, trusting that, you know, go with the flow, stay balanced, but going with the flow, so that you can broaden your view and you can broaden and feel more fulfilled when it comes to 6th house stuff. That is the aim of that energy. Now it shifts to, as from the 12th of March, Mars is going to enter your 7th house in its own sign, in Aries. It's very happy in there, and the focus shifts totally. You've got a Uranus already for the whole year in Aries. And it's squaring up to Pluto in your 4th house, which is called the Pluto-Uranus square that is going on the background. It's always there. By always, I mean this year. And every now and then, when a planet, a faster planet, like now with Mars and soon with the Sun and Venus in there, it triggers this Pluto-Uranus square. In other words, it's going to conjunct Uranus in your 7th house. And it's going to square up to Pluto. What does this all mean? Especially if you are having planets or an ascendant around 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even 13 degrees of Libra, you will feel this energy the most. It's again time to transform. It's again time that things happen. It's again not to contemplate or to ponder. No, it's time that things are going to happen quite rapidly and maybe in an unusual way and maybe, you know, all of a sudden, because that is all what Uranus is about. Now, having Uranus in your 7th house is really fresh people, new energy coming into your life, especially when you are single and you're going to have a focus of 3, you know, the Sun in there, Venus in there, and Mars in there in your 7th house means that you're going to have your focus on other people, even when you are single. So the one-to-one relationships, and your ruler is there as well. So you are focused towards other people because you are learning a lot from them. So it's again, I think I talked about that in other monthly horoscopes, that every time there is these planets in that 7th house, they teach you something about liberty. They teach you something about freeing up yourself. They're teaching you something about the new you that is in there and that is emerging. And you need the others to see that. You need this Sun shining in your 7th house, this Venus shining in your 7th house, but also this active, very active Mars. So these are all the kind of people that you can encounter as from the 12th of March until the end of the month. So active people, action in encounters, but also nice contacts with Venus there and the Sun in there. Also people who are bright and who are shiny. And that is nice for you, Librans, because you get, I think, I see in a lot of consultations with people who have points on Libra there, or especially an ascendant, they get help from other people who are a bit Uranus-like and a bit just, you know, that fresh energy into their lives, which is very different from what they used to. But they need exactly that freshness and that new thing or that new fresh air entering their lives in order to transform. You don't have to do this by yourself. That Pluto in the 4th house is also triggered. So having Pluto in the 4th house, especially when you've got it on your IC, so around those 7, 8, 9, 10 degrees, 11 degrees of Capricorn, it means a total shift on the deepest level of you. So again, this is going to come to the surface. Something will happen, probably something that has to do with other people, that will make you this level up again to make the shift. Now all of this is very important for you because you also have a full moon in your house of Libra. The full moon is not just a full moon, there's again a fixed star involved. And this fixed star suits so well with the Pluto-Uranus square. So the full moon happens around the 27th, so the end of the month, and it's in your sign. It's in your 1st house. And it's on 6, 7 degrees of Libra. So it's a full moon bang on the fixed star of Vindhya Matrix. What does it mean, Vindhya Matrix? It means separation. Now a lot of people would say, no, separation, no. It is good. It is aligning with this Pluto-Uranus square that is really forcing you and actually demanding you of change, of deep change. And it could have an emotional effect on you, but only when you really don't want to welcome the new. And I think if you are aware of it and you want to welcome the new, then it won't be difficult. Then it won't be that difficult. Then you will see the positive points of saying goodbye to the old you and welcoming the new you. But this, because this is again a triggering in March now of this aspect. So really exciting for Librans, really all about you. This moon is with you, so you are feeling very much on an emotional level. You will feel these changes, and you will feel that that it is good for you to take these changes. Maybe it goes a bit too radical for you and too all of a sudden, but deep down inside you know that there is a reason for that. So that's it for the Librans. What a month for you, Librans. March is really going to be one of the most important months of yours, especially when you've got a Libra ascendant around those degrees that I mentioned. And so expect that if you're really after some changes in your life, expect that they can come into your life. If you are single, by the way, and you are open to a new relationship, expect that there can be coming new people into your life, and that is very good. If you are in a relationship, be aware of the fact that you have to change on different levels your relationship, because Venus and Uranus conjuncting really shows that you have to change your opinion, and you have to change your point of view when it considers relationships. So to make your relationship fresh again, do something about it, or it will probably not last. But this is not new news. It's something that is going to come to a head around the last days of the month. So thank you much for listening, you Librans, and I see you next month. Bye bye.